First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the ground. We saw plenty of throws like this in the Rose Bowl last fall. This one results in a first down. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. This defense for the Bears, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and it's third down. You look at this Bears defense, and they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great, and we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league, but there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Here's Jack Fox now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Bust through the tackle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Williams. Complete, it's Johnson. Gets past one man. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. This is Coleman with the ground. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Williams. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking to throw is Williams. It's caught by Coleman. Down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards that time. Trying the left side with Gibbs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Lions at 8-2 on the year. And they come in off a loss last time out, but still in the midst of a great season. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Gibbs will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brian Thomas from a yard out. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Well, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me...
And the catch made by Johnson. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw, Williams. Again, it's Johnson. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. That is into the hands of Coleman downfield. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards, and the Bears have taken the lead. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Now he's free at the 35. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question, because that was just a simple drop off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Gibbs straight ahead, and he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerwynn Williams from 17 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now they can't bring him down. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Open man down the field, that's Odunze. Down the sideline he goes, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze. 58 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Down the left sideline.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To the air, Williams. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Santos' kick is up and through, and with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. They'll set up to throw. He's got this to Williams, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Brian Thomas with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll run again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's third and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Caleb Williams. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Santos with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but they can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it turn into more.
Second and 2. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Second and 5. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good, and this game is tied again here in the third. So give him 3 on that drive. And, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, able to avoid him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Throwing is Williams. He's able to get it to Coleman. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. He'll look to throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 42 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. I hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving. All tied, so you still got a reason to avoid Uncle Ed a little longer as the kick is away here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Looking to throw is Williams. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Here's Williams. Oh, Odunze wide open. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. So a decent gain there, but not their fourth consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Rome Odunze. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Detroit, and even 40 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Toward the pylon, caught, and in for the Lions touchdown. Kerwin Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. I hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving. All tied, so you still got a reason to avoid Uncle Ed a little longer as the kick is away here. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
To throw, Williams. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Short gain, last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Now he's loose again. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. They're going to try and run. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Gibbs. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. He's back to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Back to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. The try here for the extra point. And they have got the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. This is 1st and 10. To the air, Williams. Connected with Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory. And they're going to need a miracle. Here comes 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Williams throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play.
And it's incomplete. Now there is 1 second remaining. So they'll have time here for one more play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This ball intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring